very good morning to all. I'm your maths teachers from IY School. This is our 10th online class of mathematics. So, before starting our today's lesson, first I'm giving you some instructions. Please listen it very carefully. Don't raise hand during teaching. Ask questions at the end of the lesson only in chat box. Use hand-free if you are using mobile and headphone for computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home class should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the teaching, try to join session again within 5 to 10 minutes. And please, students, kindly turn off your video during the lesson. Now, this is our lesson number 10, chapter number 1, sets. Topics of the day are union of two sets, intersection of two sets, the difference of two sets, and complement of the set. So, let's take the start from our topic number 1, that is union of two sets. We have three further properties of union of two sets. Number 1, union of two overlapping sets, which we have already done in the previous lesson. Number 2, union of two sets when one is a subset of the other. And number 3, union of two disjoint sets. Now, the pictorial representation of union of two overlapping set is this. The two circles which overlap each other. The next one, this is a pictorial representation of union of two sets when one is a subset of other. And the last one is disjoint set, the two circles which you can see. Furthermore explanation we will do in the next slide. Okay. Now the next one is intersection of two sets. Intersection of two sets have same three properties. Intersection of two overlapping sets, intersection of two sets when one is a subset of other, and intersection of two disjoint sets. Now this is the pictorial representation and the Venn diagram of overlapping set intersection. This is the Venn diagram of intersection of two overlapping set. What is the difference between union and the intersection? Okay, in intersection we will show this common part, this common area between two overlapping circles. But in union, the whole part is shaded. Now the next one is sub and superset. This is sub and superset Venn diagram. And the last one is disjoint set. This is the intersection of two disjoint set. No common elements in intersections, so we will not shade any circle or any part of the circle. Now, okay, now we are going to take the start of our exercise, that is 1.2, page number 10. The remaining questions, okay, we are starting question number 6. The question number 6 is A equals to 3, 6 and 9, and the set B contain elements 4 and 8. What we have to find? We have to find A union B and A intersection B. Now what we have to do, the very first step is we have to identify the property. What is the property of this set? So you can see that there is no common elements between both the sets. A contain different elements and B also contain different elements. 3, 6, 9 and 4, 8. No similar elements, no common elements are there. So it means this is disjoint property. The statement of disjoint property is no common elements in set A and B. The elements are totally different from each other. So this is disjoint property. Okay. Now the first one is A union B. First we have to find A union B. How we will find? Write down the elements of set A, 3, 6 and 9. Then put the symbol of union. Then write down the elements of set B, that is 4 and 8. So what we have discussed in the previous class, what is the statement of union? We have to arrange and give sequence and order of both the sets. If there is no common elements, we will just write in the form of ordering or sequence, like 3, then after 3, 4, 6, 8 and then 9. This is the answer of A union B. Now what we have to do, we have to draw the Venn diagram of this question. As we all know that the property is disjoint, so we will draw two circles. The disjoint property contains two circles. The first one is A and the second one is B. The first circle set contains set A elements and the second circle contains set B elements. Set A contain 3, 6, 9 and set B contain 4 and 8. We have shaded both the circles. Why? Because we have using the union property, union operation here, and the statement of union is arranging and sequence of elements. So all the elements are present in A union B, so we will shade both the circles. Now the key of disjoint set is A union B equals to a small rectangle box, and we have to shade the part of this rectangle box. So this is our question number 6. Now the second part of question number 6 is again the same property, as we know that this is a disjoint set. The second part is A intersection B. So first we have to write down the elements of set A, that is 3, 6 and 9. Put the intersection, then write down the elements of B, that is 4 and 8. You can see that there is no common elements in both the sets. All elements are different, it means there is no common elements. So the answer of A union B is null. What is the answer of A union B? That is null. We can use this symbol, this phi. This is known as phi, and we can also use these braces to show the null set. Now come to the Venn diagram of this part. Again, we will draw two circles. This is a disjoint set, so we will draw two circles. The first one is A and the second one is B. The elements of set A are 3, 6 and 9, and the element of set B are 4 and 8. We will not shade any part of the circle. Why? Because there is no common elements in both the sets. So this is the second part of question number 6. Now we are moving towards the next question, that is question number 8. The question number 8 is, we have two sets A and B. A contain elements L and M, and B contain elements L, M and N. What we have to find? Again, we have to find A union B and A intersection B. So the first part, okay, before starting the first part, again, first we have to find the property of this question, identify the property. So what is the property? You can see that we have two sets LM and LMN. There are two common elements in set A and set B. So which one property is this? This is proper sub and superset. Why this is proper sub and superset? Because A contain all the elements of set B. LM, which is completely present in set B. So it's mean that A contain all the elements of set B. So this property is known as proper sub and superset. Okay, we always draw a Venn diagram according to the property of set. If it is disjoint, so we know that disjoint we will make two circles. If it is overlapping, we will overlap two circles. Now this is proper sub and superset, so we will draw a Venn diagram according to the property. First, we will solve the solution of this question. The first part is A union B. The same steps we have to follow, which we have already done in the previous questions. A union B, first we will write the elements of set A, that is L and M. Then put union operation. Then write down the elements of set B, L, M and N. Okay students, remember one thing here, always write down the elements within the braces. We always use braces, and then we will write the elements, and each elements are separated with commas. Okay, now in the next step we will use the statement of union. What is the statement of union? We have to arrange the element of both the sets, and the elements of the both sets are LM, LM, N. So what will be the answer? L, M and N. One more thing here is that don't do the repetition of any elements. Let's suppose L is present in set A, L is also present in set B. But we will not repeat the element, we will write it only once. So the answer of A union B is L, M and N. Now come to the Venn diagram of first part A union B. Okay, first we have to draw the circle of superset, the big and the large circle which is known as superset. Now we will draw a small circle inside the super circle, that is circle number 2. Small circle represents set A and the large circle represents set B. Again I am repeating, this large circle represents set B and the small circle represents set A. Because you can see here, the large circle is set, the large elements are set B and the small subset is set A. Now put the elements. A contain L and M, and B contain B contain and Y, because LM is common. The common elements we have to write in a subset, and the remaining elements we have to write in a superset. LM is common in both the sets. Here this is LM, here this is LM. So this is the common part. This is the common elements we have to write in a small circle, which means this is a subset, and the remaining elements of superset we have to write in the superset. As we all know that this is a property of union, so we will shade the complete part of circle. Now come to the key of this property. We will draw a small rectangle box, and we will shade the part of all the rectangle area. So this is our question number 8, part 1, A union B. Again I am repeating the Venn diagram of this property. We have to draw the two circles. The first circle represents super circle and the small circle represents sub circle. Okay, the common elements in both the sets are L and M. We have to write the common elements in the small circle, and the remaining element we have to write in the super circle. And this is a property of union, as we all know that So we will shade the complete part of the circle. Now we are moving towards the second part of this question, that is A intersection B. The property is same, proper sum and superset. A intersection B. I'm repeating what is the statement of intersection, the common elements in both the sets. First, we will write the elements of set A, then put the sign of intersection. Then we will write the elements of B. Now we have to check here what are the common elements in both the sets L and M. L and M. Both are common in set A and set B. So we have to write the common elements in intersection. So the answer is L and M. Intersection, what we have to do, we have to find out the common elements which are present in both the sets. So these common elements are the answer. So L and M are the answer. Now come to the Venn diagram of this part. First we will draw a circle of superset, and then we will draw the circle of subset. A superset represents set B and a subset represents set A. Now, what are the common points? The common points and the common elements are L and M. And the remaining element we have to write in the superset. And the remaining element is N. Now, which part we have to shade? We have to shade the common part. This is the Venn diagram of intersection. And in intersection, we have shaded the common area of the circle. And the common area of the circle is this area. This is the subset, sub area of the circle. So we will shade this part. So this is the Venn diagram of A intersection B. Now come to the key. The key is same. We have to draw a small rectangle box and shaded the common parts. Now this is our question number A. Now the next topic is the difference of two sets. Okay, the difference of two sets have further three properties. The first one is difference of two overlapping sets, difference of two sets when one is subset of other, and difference of two disjoint sets. Complement of a set. What is complement of a set? A set consists of all the elements of the universal set which are not element of a set A is called complement of set A. It means that a set which does not contain element, it is completely depend on universal set. Its elements completely belongs to the universal set is known as complement of a set. And complement of a set is denoted by this dash sign. Let's suppose we have set A, so we will denote it by A dash. This is the symbolical representation of complement of a set. This is a pictorial representation of complement of a set. This rectangle box represents the universal set and the circle represents set A, set B, whatever it is. So what is complement of a set? A set consists of all the elements, but it totally belongs to the universal set. It means that the set does not contain elements by its own self. It is just totally dependent on the universal set. So that type of set is known as complement of a set. And we have to denote complement of a set by A dash. Now, we are starting exercise 1.3. It is on page number 14. Question number 1. Have you seen in question number 1, we have 4 sets and 1 universal set in this question. Universal set contain 5 elements from 1 to 5. Then we have set A, set B, set C and set D. What we have to do, list the elements in each of the following sets. In this question we have many parts, but in this slide we will do two parts. First we will do part number 5, that is A minus C. Okay, difference mean subtraction. This is the sign of difference. In simple words we can say that minus A minus C. So in the language of sets we will use A minus C as a difference. So the first part is A minus C. These all are the sets. We need two sets here, A and C. So what we have to do, first we will write the elements of set A, that is 1, 3 and 5. Then we will put the sign of difference and then we will write the elements of set C. Why we don't write the elements of set B and D? Because in this question we need A and C. So the elements of A are 1, 3, 5 and elements of C are 1 and 2. What is the answer 3 and 5? Okay. You can see that we have two sets. What are the common elements in both the set? One is the common elements which are present in set A and which is also present in set C. So it's mean one is the common elements and the remaining elements of set A is the answer. What are the remaining elements in set A? 3 and 5. So the answer is 3 and 5. It doesn't matter what is left in set, the next set, that is set C. We always focus on our first set, that is set A, and the remaining elements are 3 and 5. This is our answer. Now we are starting part number 8. We read it as B complement. We read it as B complements. So how we will solve the B complement? Okay, this is a small formula to solve for solving the B complement, and the formula is B complements equals to U minus P. It's mean we have to subtract the elements from the universal set. As I have already told you that complement always depend on universal set. It does not have their own elements, so it always depends on the universal set. So the formula is U minus B. Let's suppose if we have A complement. So what is the formula? U minus A. We have B complement. So the formula change into U minus D. It's depend on the element, that it is A, B, C, D. Whatever it is, we will use that element. So U minus V means that first we have to write the elements of U. It is present in the question. Here this is universal set and these are the elements of universal set. So first we will write the elements of U, that is universal set, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then put the sign of difference. Then we will write the elements of B, and the elements of the B are 2 and 4. Now we will take the difference of both the sets. What are the common elements in both the sets? 2 is present in universal set. It is also present in set B. So 2 is the common element and 4 is the common element. So here in the property of difference, we will not write the common elements. We will write that elements which are remaining in the set. And what are the remaining elements? In first set, the remaining elements are 1, 3 and 5. So this is the answer of B complement, 1, 3 and 5. Now we are starting our next question, that is question number 2. Okay students, please listen this question very carefully. It is little bit complicated question. Okay, right now the question is in the form of set builder notation. As you can see that the question is in the form of set builder notation. So when this type of situation occurs, what we have to do? First, we have to convert the question in tabular form. We have to change the set builder notation in tabular form. How we will change? First, we will write the first statement, that is u equals to x belongs x such that x belongs to natural number, x is less than or equals to 10. First, we will convert this statement into tabular method. So how we will convert? As we all know that it belongs to natural number and natural number is less than or equals to 10. So the answer of first is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it is converted it into tabular form. Come to the second one. Y such that y belongs to even number. E represents even number. Y is less than or equals to 10. It means we have to write down the even numbers which are less than or equals to 10. So the even numbers equals to 10 are 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Now the third statement. Z such that Z belongs to odd number. O represents odd number. Z is less than 10. We have to write down the odd numbers which are less than 10. So the odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. The fourth statement is P such that P belongs to P, and this capital P represents prime number and the P is less than 10. We have to write down the prime numbers less than 10. So what are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5 and 7. Now come to the last statement. Q such that Q belongs to C. This capital C represents composite number and the Q is less than or equals to 10. So the composite numbers equals to and less than 10 are 4, 6, 8, 9 and 10. Now the question is completely in the form of tabular method. So what you have to do? You have to do the parts of all these questions which are in your book. I will share it in the home task also. Kindly take the screenshot of this slide, students, because you have to do all the part of these questions. Now we are starting question number 4. That is, we have two sets, set A and B. Set A 1, 3, 5, set B 2 and 4. We have to find A minus B and B minus A. Also draw the Venn diagram of this question. So the first one is A minus B. Write down the elements of A and B. What is the difference? You can see that this is a disjoint property. No element is common in both the sets. So we will write down the answer of first set, that is 1, 3 and 5. This is disjoint property. We will draw two circles A and B. Write down the members of set A. Then write down the members of set B. Which part we will shade? We will shade that part which is our answer, and the answer is set A. So we will shade the circle of set A. Now come to the next part, that is B minus A. First write down the elements of B, then minus, then write down the elements of A. So no common elements in both the set, disjoint property. So the answer is 2 and 4. And this is the answer of set B. So in the Venn diagram, which circle we have to shade? We have to shade the circle B, because the answer is set B 2 and 4. Now it's time to share the home task. Okay, now I'm sharing the home task. Kindly note down the home task. Take the screenshot, students. You have to do exercise 1.2, question number 6 and 7. If Venn diagram is required in the question, you have to draw. Otherwise, no need to draw the Venn diagram. Exercise 1.3, question number 2, part 1, 5, 9, and 10. Again, I'm repeating exercise 1.2, question number 6 and 7. Exercise 1.3, question number 2, part 1, 5, 9, and 10. These all questions you have to do in your fair copy, and the remaining questions you have to do practice in your practice copy or rough copy. Now it's time to wind up the class. Inshallah, tomorrow we will again start the next topic. Till then, Allah.